Hey there, Jay Marshall here. Let's look at Google Quizzes and Schoology. If you've made a bunch of Google Quizzes and you're not ready to jump over to Schoology Assessments, that's okay. You can use your quizzes in Schoology. It just takes a little finessing, and I'm going to show you how to do that finessing right now. So open up your quiz, do me a favor and go to Settings. The first thing you want to make sure is that your quiz is set here, that it's actually on quiz mode. And also at the bottom for defaults, make sure that it's collecting email addresses. This has to be on as well. This is critical for this step to work. For us to be able to pull grades from this quiz into the Schoology gradebook, this is critical. So both of those are on. Fantastic. We need to embed this into Schoology. So we're going to go to Send, click on this link, and choose Copy. We're going to copy the link, otherwise known as a URL. And we're going to go back to Schoology. So now we need to add the materials. So we go to Add Materials. We're on our course here, of course, and we're going to go to Add Link File, Add File Link and External Tool, and select the last option, External Tool. We have two things to include here: a title of our quiz, and we need to paste that link, that URL that we just copied, and click Submit. So far, we've made sure that the settings are correct on the quiz. We've copied the link to the quiz and pasted it into this material that we've added to Schoology. So now it's the time for the students to take the quiz. I'm sure they're excited. So let's pretend that I am a student now and I'm coming to this page. Just ignore the fact that it says J Marshall up here. I'm coming here and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to take a pop culture quiz. And instead of taking the quiz right now as J Marshall, I'm going to switch accounts. Of course, your kids will not do this part. We're doing this just for the video. Esgaroth will be taking this quiz. So I'm now in as a student. You see the student ID up top here. Very good. What famous Chris starred in Fargo season 4? That was Chris Rock. Oh yeah, Chris Rock. He's been busy. What type of car does Ed drive in season 1 of For All Mankind? It's a stingray. And what is June's daughter's name? Oh, I don't even know. I don't know who we're talking about. So I'm going to click Submit. So this student has submitted this quiz. They did a great job, I'm sure. And so they are now finished with the quiz. Now, if I jump over to my gradebook, let's see what's going on here. Nothing. There's nothing here yet. Okay, so we have a little bit of work to do. So what we need to do is add a grade column. So I'm going to add a grade column. So I click the plus sign, choose the bottom choice, and I'll give it the name. Points. My assessments category. And everything else looks good. So I'll click create. Now, still nothing there. There's no points. So this is where some work takes place. So as a teacher now, I go back to the quiz. Let's say that all 60 kids in my class have taken the quiz. Hopefully you don't have 60 kids in your class, but I will go to responses and see their responses. I only have one student. I'm one of the lucky ones. So what I need to do now is I go to responses and click this button here to view the responses in Sheets, Google Sheets. So it's opening up a sheet. You will be asked to create a new sheet or use an existing. So you can choose create new sheet if you'd like, or use an existing. It's up to you. I would choose just to create a new one. It's just a little easier. There are a couple of things we have to do here, and I'm going to delete these two columns because we're going to have to add them in a second. That's one of the steps we have to do together. So yours will look something like this. Here's the deal. We need the student ID number. We don't need the at nmusd.us. So in order for the grades to pull over, we just need the number. And if you have 30, 35 kids here, it's a lot of work to have to retype them in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to click on this B and go to Insert and insert a column to the right. And I'm going to do that twice. Insert column, right. Okay. Now in this column, I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to go right here. I'm going to split this data up here. So I'm going to show you how. Click on this column, go to Data, and split text to columns. We're going to separate this text. So it says detect automatically. We do not want that. We're going to choose custom. And where we will split is at the at sign. And look what happens. It pulled the nmusd.us over here, kept the numbers on this side, which is pretty awesome. Here's the other thing we need. If I hover over the student name, do you notice it has the kid's name and then it says STU underscore and then their number. We need the STU underscore. I know, it's sad but true. We need that part. So instead of typing it in for every student, what we're going to do is we're going to click in D2, this cell right here. And we're going to go up and type a little formula. It's exciting. So I'm in D2. I click up here to enter a formula, and that formula is equal sign, little quotation mark here, uppercase STU underscore, end quote, and, which is shift 7, and we need to start with this B2. This is cell B2, and you know because it says B here, 2 here, and this is where they meet. That's right. So I can just click it right here in this cell, actually, watch, and it adds the B2 in here. Now when I press enter, let's see what happens. It adds the stew and the underscore. Yes. So again, the formula is right here, equal sign, quotation mark, STU in uppercase. The underscore, what's this, the shift hyphen, quotes, and B2. Listen, you only have to do this once because let's just say I only have one student in this class. Let me just type in some numbers. Okay, not letters. I'm typing in some numbers because these are other student numbers. Let's pretend. Great, pretty random. Right now, I don't have to redo this formula for every one of these rows. All I have to do is click once on D2, grab this little blue handle, this little dot, and drag down. And watch, you'll see. The formula is copied for each of these rows. Yeah, that's how you do it. So now you see this says B2. If I click one down, this says B3. That's right, B4, B5. Yeah, I know, it's pretty amazing. So I'm going to get rid of this information. We don't need that. So now this is ready for us. This is prepared. We don't have to do anything else. I know that's a lot, but if you do it a couple of times, it really makes sense. It doesn't take as long to make it happen. Last step with Google Sheets is to go File, to Download. And we're going to download it as a comma separated values. It's a CSV. Download as a CSV file. And now it has been downloaded. You can see it down below. It's in my downloads folder. So I go back to Schoology. We're getting close. We get back to Schoology and we need to import. So I click the 3 dots that look like a little snowman and choose import. We locate that file. So step 1, select file. I will choose the file. It's in downloads. Looks like this is the one. Yep. I think that's it. Let's give it a shot. We'll open it and I click upload file. So I have two things that I have to select. The first is going to be right here. See where it says Stu 196743? That will be the unique user ID. So look for the Stu, select unique user ID, and for score, we select the name of the quiz, pop culture quiz. So those are the two categories that you have to match. We're matching columns. We have to make sure we know what student to give this to. That's their unique user ID, and the score is from this quiz. We click preview, and presto, it has my student, shows what the assignment is and their grade. If I click confirm, we will now, through the magic of technology, see a score in the column of 10 points. Wow. That is it, my friends. That's how you do it. It's a lot. I didn't say it wasn't. But if you're not ready to convert over to Schoology assessments, this is how you can use those quizzes in Schoology. As always, if you have any questions, you can reach us at nmusd or edtech@nmusd.us. You know who we are. Take care of yourselves. Have a great day.